Today on the channel, we've got the DC McFarlane Toy Store exclusive gold label, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, aka Mr. Zsasz.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another DC McFarlane Gold Label unboxing and review. And today on the channel we got Mr. Zsasz, of course, from the McFarlane Toy Store. But for all your McFarlane Toy Store exclusive needs, hit up the McFarlane Toy Store. But for everything else under the sun, Entertainment Earth has got you covered. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10% on all in-stock items. Anything over $79 does ship free. Gotta get a deal out there. And Mr. Zsasz, a gold label McFarlane Toy Store exclusive. We see that from time to time. There's been some good exclusives over the years. I guess the McFarlane team, Todd, feel free to chime in. Todd McFarlane on the couch, everybody. Apparently they didn't think this would sell too hot at retail. I can kind of see that as an interesting looking character, an interesting looking figure here, but I don't know if this is going to set the world on fire. I don't know if a lot of kids are looking for a guy like this. A barefoot serial killer. I got another barefoot serial killer in my collection here. It's Todd McFarlane from the couch. Maybe not, but Mr. Zsasz, I think I'm pronouncing that right. You guys clue me in here. I've never heard this name pronounced out loud. It's one of those things where you kind of in your head, you read comic books, you see characters, and you see their name in print, and you're just kind of like, well, that's how their name is pronounced. And then years later, you find out it's pronounced that way? No. Kind of like Ryu, Ru, you know, all that thing from Street Fighter. It's one of those kind of things, I guess. But Mr. Zsasz, I don't know, a C-level villain in the Batman universe, something like that, I guess you could say. I'm not really super hip on the character. I just know a little bit about the guy. He's kind of a crazy guy. He's antisocial, like a young Anthrax at the end of the day. But for everybody he murders, he puts a little tally mark on him. So he's doing some crazy things, and he's sitting in this jail cell, I guess, barefoot, and just putting tally marks on himself. So more power to you. It's your body, your choice, your body, or whatever it is. Your body, your choice, whatever you want to do. You want to put tally marks all over it? Go for it. It's your body. But there he is. Does come with a knife for making sweet tally marks on you. Looking good. I'm actually thinking about doing tally marks after every single review, so I can keep track of how many reviews I've done. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just look at YouTube and it'll say, hey, you got 2,000 reviews, 4,000 reviews. What is time? What is reviews? Hey, you know what I mean? Am I saying? You know what I'm saying? Gold label right there. 22 points of articulation. What do we got here? 12 and up on this one. Mark Summers, you know what to do. Escort these 11-year-olds that are mingling around here. I don't know why so many kids are mingling around here. I'm going to get in trouble with the authorities or something. I don't know. Mark, please escort the kids up the stairs, around the corner, up the stairs, straight back, of course, straight back through the kitchen, sliding glass door, take them out there, take them down the steps of the deck, straight in the backyard. Of course, Mark, you know the drill by now. You've done this a time or two. Take them back to the fence. Of course, there's a door in the fence. Goes into acres and acres of fields. Take them back a little farther this time. There's a little creek, little stream back there. Take them down over the stream. Take them through that, and then make them jump the fence. I know it's a lot of work. They got to jump the fence. Hopefully they don't tear their pants. But then have them jump into the interstate that's back there. Have them play around, you know, back and forth on the interstate between the semis and things. It's a lot more safe than opening this package. We'll do that. So, Mark, you know what to do. Thank you for coming, Mark Summers. Todd McFarlane, you stay here. We might have to talk to you later. There it is. Mr. Zsasz looking good right there in the package. DC Multiverse, of course. Mr. Zsasz, DC Multiverse once again. On the back, this looks nothing. Now, this is an old school interpretation of Mr. Zsasz in the figure, and this is more of a modern take, I do believe. So, kind of strange to use that, Todd. That's a big miss on your end from the couch there, not paying close enough attention to things. Cool picture back here, but looks nothing like our friend Cody Rhodes right here, that's for sure. But it is what it is. 22 moving parts, as we did say. But looking good on the old Mr. Zsasz. Zsasz, zigzag. Who knows what he's up to? Who knows? See you later. Goodbye. Let's get this card out. I guess that'll tell us. Oh my gosh. Can you say rookie? I can. Absolute rookie maneuver right there. I remember the first time I unboxed a McFarlane Toy Store figure. It was a wild time. Double rookie. Oh, it's like a double rainbow. Double rookie. See you later. Goodbye. Where's my box cutter? Let me get this out. Of course, we got the DC McFarlane stand. Seen it before. See you later. We'll see it again. We got that going on right there. And then can I get this card out? This card is going to grade a 10, I heard. So I'm going to send this into PSA and get this bad boy graded. It's going to be my future retirement, I think is what it's going to be. We'll see what ends up happening right there. There we go, got the card out. Coming in hot, Todd. Ooh, right there. Got it right between the eyes. That's going to go bad later. He's going to be yelling at me for that, but it is what it is. Mr. Zsasz, real name Victor Zsasz. Mr. Zsasz, one of Gotham City's most ruthless serial killers. Zsasz's descent into madness began after his parents died. He gambled away their fortune at the Penguins Iceberg Casino, and then when the money ran out, the Penguins suggested he should go and kill himself. Oh, Penguin. Oh, you and your jokes. Let's see. Zsasz was about to do just that. He was attacked by a knife-wielding madman. Zsasz dispatched his assailant and experienced an epiphany. Life was meaningless, but killing made everything comprehensible. He embarked on a murder spree, slaying hundreds and recording each kill with a cut on his body. Man, that's a deep story right there. I'm here for it, though. I think that's a pretty cool deal. Obviously, like I said, more of a CD level villain in the Batman universe, but a pretty cool story, all things considered, I will say. But looking good here. Of course, he's loaded with twist ties, and this one makes sense, Todd, from the couch. I understand the twist ties on this because he's a serial killer. You got to be careful with these serial killers. We were just talking in a video the other day about Jeff Hardy, the new Jeff Hardy AW figure. We were talking about our old friend Jeffrey Dahmer in Milwaukee. You just can never be too safe these days with these serial killers. They could be among you, for all we know. Your best friend could be a serial killer. Heck, I could be a serial killer. I don't know where I'd find the time, but, you know, if the shoe fits, I guess. You just never know sometimes. Here, oh, the Cambodian cannibal tape. We got serial killers. We got Cambodian cannibals. We got it all going into this review. We also got for my dad a skyhook. See you later. Goodbye. Like a young Jabbar for the Lakers back in the day. But let's get down to business. Let's get down to Mr. Zsasz business. And we got a big old butcher knife right out of there. Man, just something that would make Michael Myers blush is what we got going on here. Looking very good. Black handle, silver blade. Ha! One of those kind of things going on. Ready to take on the world right there like a young man of war. But now we get Mr. Zsasz out of the package here. And this is the spitting image of one young Cody Rhodes, good friend of the channel, Cody Rhodes, He-Man collector extraordinaire. Not sure about the head sculpt on this one. I don't know if Cody needs this in his collection, but somebody get me a Nightmare Family jacket, put it over the top here. We could have Cody Rhodes during his tough prison sentence. I don't know, but definitely looks like a cartoon version of Cody Rhodes. I almost kind of wish he didn't have those eye things going there from the early version of this. I don't know what those exactly are. They almost look like new wave sunglasses. It's like the flock of seagulls would wear back in the 80s or something. But smiling Cody Rhodes' face, got that bright yellow hair. I mean, all day long. Todd, come on. You say you hate wrestling figures. You say you hate them. You say you'll never do a wrestling figure line. But then in the last week, Todd, you announced a UFC line. Okay, Todd says UFC, real sport, wrestling, fake sport. Okay, Todd, you know, you don't have to get hostile here. You don't have to get hostile. I'm sure, though, if, you know, the money talks, you know, we know how that goes. But very interesting, you'd make a Cody figure. And he says, you know, the American Nightmare, bring him into the UFC and we'll talk, is what he says. So, Cody, you're on the clock there. Pull a CM Punk. Let's see you in the UFC. But interesting face on this one, no doubt about it. And then the body, plain Jane shirtless guy. Everybody loves a shirtless guy, right? He's got all the tally marks on him. I should sit here and count up how many kills he's got. I'm going to try to do it fast. 5, 10, because we know about tally marks. They're easier to count. That's why they do them. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 110, 20, 30, 40, 150 kills right here. He's got some work to do on his back. He needs to ask a prison friend, I guess, to help him out there. And did I ever tell you guys my time in prison? I would have helped him out. I could have helped him there. I did a quick 6-month stint in a place called Emerald City. Others may know it as Oz. Yeah, it was tough times, but I hung out with Ryan O'Reilly and I became pretty good friends there. Tobias Beecher and I, you know, we had an understanding. I felt really bad for Beecher. He had a pretty tough run in there. For the 6 months I was there as well, he got this new tattoo on his butt. It was pretty wild. Felt bad for him about that one. There was this guy named Vern Schillinger, and he said we had to stick together. And I said, yeah, sure, I'll stick with you. Later on, found out guy was a Nazi. Can you believe that? Wild times. But there was this one guy named Adebisi there, and he was all over me all the time, in more ways than one, trying to be. And I'd push him off, get rid of him. Didn't enjoy this Adebisi at all. And he wore this hat, and that's how we started. We were in the lunchroom, the mess hall, as we like to call it there. we were in the lunchroom, and he had this little, like, stocking hat, but he wore it on, like, the corner of his head. I'm like, how does that stay on there? And I was new to prison at the time. Walked up to him, looked at it, I was staring at his head, he was sitting down, I was standing over him. I was looking at this thing, how is this thing staying on? I was looking for, like, tape and glue, and then he turned around and just gave me the mean mug eye, and it was on from then on, and he was always in my business, and we were always fending off each other and stuff. Sister Pete had to get involved for a little bit. It was a wild time, but I always look back fondly and what it made me do, and what it made me more of a man as my time in the Oswald State Penitentiary. That could be totally false. Somebody feel free to fact check that. I would not do that. But if I was there and Mr. Zsasz was there, I would help him out with some tally marks on his back. Long way to get there, I know, but we got there. We got there. But looking good as far as this goes. Get down to the pants, just straight up jeans, blue jeans, and then some bare Todd McFarlane feet. We can have these two just going head to head with a game of footsie. One of the most epic games of footsie that ever been could be right here at the table today. Absolutely wild. Power moves, Todd. Power moves from the footsie department. But we do get these same McFarlane feet once again, and man, I'm here for it. We're here for more Todd McFarlane figures. We're here for the barefoot figures. We're here for that all day long. Articulation arms all the way around, butterfly shoulder, bicep cut, double jointed pinned elbows. You and the Jazzwares team need to get on this pinless train is what I'm saying, Todd. Big old fist of fury over here, gripping hand on the other side. Hula hoop there, traditional waist. Big old Mr. Zsasz splits if you need them. Legs do go up. Double jointed pinned knees. Ankles back and forth, up and down, side to side. So he's ready to go. He's ready to take it on. He's ready to fight the good fight. He's ready to take it to the bloodline if need be. That's what he's ready to do. But he's got his big old blade here, and I'm here for him. An interesting figure you're only going to get at the McFarlane Toy Store. If you want this one, speak now or forever hold your peace. This will be one of those ones really hard to get in the future, so make note of that. But a fun figure for what it is, no doubt about it. And you get him in happier days when he was just the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes. Back when he was a world champion, he was running up and down the streets as a world championship wrestler. And then dark times happened, lost it all at the casino, and the next thing you know, you're a serial killer in prison. That's what happened. So Cody, be careful with your story arc. We want you to finish the story, just not this story. That's what we're saying, Cody. But an interesting one, an interesting dynamic is Mr. Zsasz from McFarlane Toys and our friend Todd McFarlane on the couch. So there it is, Mr. Zsasz. What are your guys' thoughts? Pick up, pass, long game, dreaded no game? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bells. We got videos every single day and then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over on Patreon. Patreon, the best way to support this very YouTube channel. All kinds of videos every single day. And you can find Todd McFarlane from the couch on Kyle Peterson 2.0 fairly regularly, maybe daily at this point. But check out both YouTube channels. Check out the Patreon. Hit up ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson. And of course, don't forget social media. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. And my book, The Complete Guide to the Jakks Class Superstar Series, over on Barnes & Noble and Amazon. Appreciate the support over there. So Mr. Zsasz, Cody Rhodes, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.